You are now tuned in to the award-winning Comic Section Podcast Network.
In a world where comic books have taken over the mainstream, where the geeks inherited the earth, where the nerds have taken over the turf. Nerds! From the TV screens and movie scenes. From collecting your favorite pop toys.
They're figurines!
Where cosplay is your freedom of expression. Where cartoons and animes are your absolute obsession.
If you're looking for a podcast that shares that connection, you can find this and more in the Comic Section.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new issue of the Comic Section, issue number 314. I'm your host, Jason, alongside my very talented co-host.
As sure as the snow falls from the sky, Joel, it's Rigel.
Yeah.
Hey.
And we are joined once again, some familiar faces on the podcast and voices, Sean and Melissa Connell. Welcome back.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, you know what? And y'all got to go to some cool cons this past month and some changes, like
roughly 2 months.
About 2 months.
2 months, yeah.
And you know, we were talking about having y'all on to hear about y'all experience, especially because I'm a huge TMNT fan, as like yourself. But I mean, obviously, you're a different level. I understand. I'm down here.
Okay, you got like a whole room, an entire not to out you on the show, but like you got an entire space.
Hold on,
dedicated to it.
We'll get you on that too.
Oh no, I don't see.
We don't have a whole room. We do have a wall.
We'll have a wall.
Yeah,
But
have a wall.
Sean also has a whole half sleeve.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and I don't.
That's ink. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have. That's what I'm saying. There's
That's
different levels.
permanent.
That's permanent right
That's
there.
true.
That's permanent. So I bow down to it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to meet some of the creators and voices and some other cool stuff, man. So we're gonna do things a little different on this episode because we're basically gonna be talking about y'all experience. I mean, we love talking about comic books and comic book movies, and it's obviously con season, and it's also it's gonna be coming up soon with spring around the corner and summer.
I feel like con season is just year round.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
So many cons, so many different places you don't know of.
Yeah.
So you see on Facebook, like the one company has like multiple conventions.
Uh-huh.
I'm like everywhere. I'm like, wow, Mississippi has a convention? What?
Yeah.
Or Missouri, and like, whoa.
Or like we randomly walked into a barbecue joint in Columbia after I met Julia Quinn, and we saw the poster for Central Carolina.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we'll go to that one because it has the turtles coming.
Right. Oh man. Yeah. So we can go ahead and get started though, man, because I'm just super excited to hear the things that y'all have done, the people y'all met, and just what the experience was like, especially for the people who have yet to go to a con and they're like, okay, I want to go to my first con. What am I going to experience? What should I look out for? Things to do. And since y'all have been, if you want to, let the people know, like, okay, here's some things that you want to go into, what to look out for, how's the lines, so all that good stuff, but.
Yeah, so we both had very different experiences with our first convention. Sean went to, what was it, Soundwave?
Soundwave Con.
Yeah.
I first met you actually.
Yeah.
2019.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa. That brings back memories.
Yeah. My first con was Dragon Con in Atlanta. Which
Come on,
basically,
man. That's big.
Yeah, that runs from Thursday to Monday nonstop.
Yeah.
There's always something going on.
Right.
Right in the middle of Labor Day weekend, in the middle of downtown Atlanta. I've been to Dragon Con a couple of times, and every time I've gone, it's exhausting.
It takes over 5 hotels, the Peachtree Center, and the American Mart. So 7 buildings.
Man, oh man. Now and you know what? I've yet to go to Dragon Con, but I of course had tons of friends have gone, photos. I follow some of the pages and stuff. So y'all just recently went to North Carolina for one.
So we went to Durham.
Okay.
For a NC Comic Con.
Okay.
And that's where we get to meet Kevin Eastman, co-creator of the Turtles comics.
Come on, man.
Nice.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
We waited 5.5 hours in line.
5.5 hours.
Yes.
Jeez, man. So wait, did y'all were y'all just together? Y'all took shifts while one was going around?
He stood in line the entire time. I wandered off to check.
Yeah.
So you were the gopher. You were the one to grab food and snacks to bring it back to him.
Or bathroom breaks.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, if he had to run to the bathroom, I'm gonna stay there. But
it would alternate. But
Wow.
Yeah.
Majority of the time is me.
He's the huge Turtles fan.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I was there to make
I
him happy.
Yeah, I brought 3 big Turtles comics. Like one was the compilation of the first 7 comics.
Yeah.
they did
Nice.
in '84.
Yeah.
and then the both Last Ronin books.
Oh, man.
Which is funny. I was reading Last Ronin like the night before we went to the Comic-Con at the hotel. I was like just
Yeah,
reading
so like
through it.
Friday night in the hotel, he's sitting there like reading.
The whole
finishing
book.
it up.
I'm like, damn, this stuff's good.
Yeah.
I started Lost Years yet, so
Okay.
So I was talking with like a couple of the vendors, and apparently Kevin Eastman and Matthew Lillard are the two that always have like the 5.5 hour, 6 hour lines,
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
and like most other people don't.
yeah.
Man, oh man. So like I mean, obviously when you got to meet him, I mean, was he cool?
Oh my god.
Oh, so much.
He is
Okay,
he is
good,
so
good,
humble.
good.
Like
Good.
he's been basically doing comics for 40 plus years. But Turtles are 40 years old.
Yeah.
You can imagine that, 40 years old, and like he's just so humble. And then I made him. No, I do perler art, bead art. You know this, and I designed bow ties in the form of the Turtles masks.
Yeah.
So I made them magnets, and 2 of them magnets fell off.
But it's fine. He was super cool about it. He's like, no, these are so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never have the
creativity
patience
is, yeah.
to do that. Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, Superglue can fix this."
Oh, cool.
And he
man.
loved Sean's tattoos.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, and that's one thing I could just imagine, like creating something to the point where it moves culture so much that someone would come up to you. It's like, I have this on me
Yeah.
forever because of your creation. I
yeah.
think that's like the coolest thing ever. Yo. Like,
And
so
he's so humble. He's just gracious to all the fans.
Yeah.
He did a Q&A.
He flat out said in the Q&A that he would not have waited that long to meet him.
Boom. That's always good to hear. Like, y'all waited 5.5 hours for me?
For me?
For little old me?
He's
Man.
like, I can't believe it. But
Oh man, that is awesome.
Yeah. And he talked about the stories of, when he did a Q&A, the stories of him and Peter Laird when they got started.
Yeah.
Actually, if you haven't seen, there's a documentary called Turtle Power. It was
Yes.
2014. You've seen
Yep,
it?
of course.
They're doing a new one.
Oh, word.
A sequel to it.
Okay.
I guess to update because of the new movies and
Right.
and everything like that. So that's coming, I think, this year actually.
Fire, man.
And then he talked about like in the Lost Years of, he's spoiler. There's new turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he discussed how he named them. Like the story, the background is, I guess, I'm the number one kid or number one turtle, so he named them different languages based on number one.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's what I remember.
yeah.
So if each name is basically a number one in a different language.
Wow. I like that.
The new turtles' names.
Yeah.
I think in Lost Years or.
Oh man.
I was like, damn, that's a pretty damn good story.
Yeah.
That's a good
Okay.
idea.
Man, you know what? One thing I would love to ask him, because I know it's like, I'm sure you've seen this theory online about why the turtles have their weapons. Like, have you heard of the theory?
I think he's
What's the theory?
Well,
I've never heard of it.
Okay, so the theory is that the reason why, like, for instance, like Raphael has a defensive weapon is because he's so aggressive. So Master Splinter gave them weapons that are opposite their personalities to really train them. So it's like Raphael, he's the hothead, ill-tempered. You're going to have a defensive weapon.
Yeah.
Donatello, obviously he's all in the tech. You're going to get a simple bow staff because you're so into the text, but
Yeah.
I'm going to just give you a bow staff, see how you can work that. Michelangelo, always wild, and
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks is, you got to be focused to like handle a nunchuck.
Yeah.
So you mess around, you're going to get hurt. And then of course, Leonardo, he's like the more like balanced. So we're going to give you the daggers or the katanas that can kill.
That makes more sense.
That's just a theory that kind of
like that theory.
I like that, actually.
So I mean, I saw it online. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's so cool. But I never.
He did explain. Someone asked him what was it behind the reasoning for the different colors of the mask, because in old comics,
all red.
Yeah, they're all red.
Yeah.
So I believe red. I guess he kept Raph red because he's a hothead.
Yeah.
And I forgot the other reasons why he gave the turtles blue.
But also because it sells toys.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
I think you knew this. I didn't know this until I watched that documentary that the toy line came out before the cartoon.
Before the cartoon. Yep.
You knew that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing, like all the different toys. Even now, like they have that really cool one where it's like with Universal Monsters.
Yep.
They have, I think, they had some other
He-Man.
He-Man, yeah. So, like, they're constantly. Didn't they have a Power Rangers one?
No, they had
They
a comic
They had a
book, I think.
comic, okay.
Yeah. Nah, man, that is so awesome, man. Just,
And also, like, what's also pretty cool about that convention is the original screenwriter for the first two movies was there.
Really?
Yeah. And
He told us something awesome about the second movie.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And when I say jaw drop,
Yeah.
this is jaw drop.
All right, come on.
Sean
if you're ready.
literally, his jaw dropped, and like the screenwriter
was
saw
like-
him,
Yeah.
and was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about."
See, exactly that reaction. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
So, Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
Yep.
Okay. Secret was never revealed about the Ooze, per se. Because you know the scientist, right?
Right.
So, you know, the nightclub scene, Vanilla Ice did his thing.
Epic dance.
Go ninja,
yeah,
go
of course.
ninja, go,
Yeah.
So, as during the fight, when the canister got knocked away, and backstage, and the scientist grabs it.
Right.
We never saw him after that, after the movie, right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So this is what the screenwriter told. He wrote this out, but was never filmed. Okay. He took the canister to some broom closet somewhere. He hid away, got away.
Yeah.
And he's like, because it was the last non-disposed canister, still filled with ooze, right?
Yeah.
He's like, supposedly he's caressing it. Oh, my baby, like he's Gollum, my precious.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he lifts up his stomach and opens it up, and it's Krang. He's supposed to be Krang's body.
Serious?
Yeah. I was like, on film, I'm like this, like,
Yeah,
What?
but
That
I guess
would've
the-
made
the
so much
studio-
sense.
The studio wanted self-contained movies.
so you notice in the first movie it was dark, kind
Yeah.
of gritty. Second movie was more campy.
More campy, yeah.
That's because of the new line.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And I remember reading about that because I
Yeah.
remember because people love the first. Cause I love the first movie
yeah.
so much,
was
and
great.
that the second movie, I heard that like parents were upset because of how like it was a little too gritty and they
It
were cursing.
violent.
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
said, damn.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, but back in the day, like
Yeah.
That
Back
was
in
a
the
big
day,
deal. I'm
yeah.
not going to lie. When
Yeah.
I saw that, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
Turtles,
god.
damn.
This was the age of Bart Simpson saying,
Yeah.
"Who the hell are you?"
Exactly. Oh
Goodness
my
gracious.
gosh.
So yeah, because he also revealed that it was in the first movie it was just him, the director,
Okay.
and the director of the first movie. If you notice in the scenes where it was the sketches that April did, and how it goes right into the real
Yeah.
action.
Yep.
The director is the same director who did the Aha music video of "Take on Me."
Really?
So that format, that's where you got it from.
Oh snap.
Yeah, so it was just him and the writer on the first movie.
Yeah.
It just didn't collaborating. You got to do this. Second movie, he said going to like table reads or whatever is like going to a Pentagon meeting.
Yeah.
Because so many more people involved.
Okay,
In the second
okay.
movie, and then that's what he did the third movie, and thank God because that movie sucked.
Yeah,
What
I
third
don't,
movie?
yeah, exactly.
We
I
don't
don't even know what you're talking about. I don't
it's
even know.
like there were only two Godfather movies.
That's
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
That's
There
it.
were only two Godfather movies. There were only two Turtle movies.
Come on now.
And
That's
two,
what I'm
and two
talking about.
Terminators.
That's true.
haven't seen
That's
it.
The
true.
third one wasn't like
It was that bad.
I wouldn't say it's like the same crappiness.
Wait.
as...
There's more than 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we only talk about three Terminator movies.
I only know of the 3 Terminator
There
movies.
you
I
go.
have no idea what you're talking
I don't know
about.
about the others.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
so when you talked about behind the scenes and everything, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then when I walked up to him, he saw me. He's like, I like your reaction. To
Yeah.
that. I was expecting that kind of reaction. You talk about Krang. I'm
Jeez,
like,
man.
he said, I was like, son of a bitch.
Now I'm gonna go rewatch it now.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching for like the 10,000th time just to see
Yeah.
that because I've never noticed that.
Yeah,
Wow, man.
it's
Man.
amazing.
Jeez.
Damn new line.
New Line Cinema, man.
Damn you.
Yeah, yeah. Now I know I would ask too because I'm like, okay, now it's just me being greedy. Of course, we're the same, like that nostalgia. Even though I understand just doing everything CGI, computer animated, I'm like, just give me another live action. Now I understand the suits was hell for the actors.
Oh, yeah.
So shout outs to all of them for going through that gruesomeness because I remember seeing or reading stories how they constantly had to like have fans and because they were overheat so much.
Yeah.
And I just know, and I've heard that they are working on a new live action one, but with like CGI, it's rumored, but just
I
more,
mean-
hopefully. I mean, but then again, who's to really say?
So
but,
yeah, I think because you can understand the voices you hear, it's not the people in the suits.
right,
Yeah,
right,
It was
like-
martial artists.
Yeah.
Feldman wasn't in the suit.
Feldman was not. Corey Feldman was a voice of Donatello in the first one. He was not in the
right,
suit.
yeah.
And then you had Ernie Reyes Jr., who was
we go.
Keno in the second
Keno,
movie.
yeah,
he was Raphael.
in the
in the first one.
Yup.
So yeah, It's amazing
Man.
what you see in the like documentaries and books.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
like
I think there could be like a happy medium. Like maybe if you have to go CGI, design it like you could still have a man in a suit.
Right.
Yeah.
So like what Guillermo del Toro did with Pacific Rim is that all the kaiju are designed as if they could be played by a man in a suit, like the
Right.
original Godzilla was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'll be good with that. I mean, I would give me like a Sonic like medium.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, you have the characters, but it's in the real world.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm good with that. But man, that's so awesome, yo. I'm
We
so
still need to see the third Sonic.
Yeah, we got to see that.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. That's required viewing.
Especially
There's a
because
third
I know
Sonic?
who pops up in the end
come
credits
on,
scene.
come on.
Hey.
There we go. Awesome, man. So
But
Please, by the time we watch it, you'll probably have forgotten us talking about
probably
it.
yeah.
the right.
Anyway,
Man.
but yeah, so that experience. So, but you asked about what people who need to look forward to.
Yeah.
As far as conventions,
Right.
research is important.
Yeah.
Honestly, ticket prices, location, hotels.
Yeah.
You know.
And decide what you're going for.
yeah.
Okay.
So
If you're going for just one person, then
Which we broke that rule because we went to Durham for
Yeah.
Eastman, but that's different.
Yeah.
If you're only going for one person, there is a chance that person will cancel, right? Because their
Right.
a lot of them are still working. So if they get a job, they need
Yeah.
to go do their job.
Yeah.
like it was an
Good
like
point.
say Matthew Lillard was supposed to be booked, but nope, he's got to do Scooby-Doo 8 or something like that.
Gotcha.
I
Or,
remember
like-
there was one time we were going specifically to, like, we were talking about going to a convention to see Matthew Lillard, and then he canceled. We were like, oh, damn it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so we were at the con we went to a few weekends ago. Michael J. White was supposed to be there.
Oh, cool.
And I was
yeah.
super excited because
Yeah.
I love Marvel Midnight Suns. I know a lot of people didn't. I fucking love that game. And he voices Blade in it, so I was going to bring my video game.
Yeah.
and of course,
And he
Spawn.
had to cancel.
Right.
He had to
Okay.
cancel.
But
yeah.
that's okay because there were other people that we were there to see.
yeah.
Right.
So I like going to meet celebrities.
Okay.
There are people who like going for panels.
Yeah.
There are people who just want to go and hang out in cosplay and watch other people in cosplay.
Ooh, okay.
So
Yeah.
kind of figure out like what do you want to go for?
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
And know that if you go and you try, you're not going to make every single panel.
All right.
Especially Dragon Con.
Especially
Dragon
like
Con.
most of them, the good ones at least in my opinion, will clear out a room between panels.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So like if you have 2 back-to-back panels in the same room, you might not get to see both of them.
Because you got to
So
clear
just
it
know
out.
that it may.
Gotcha.
What are you there? Bring cash as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't just be card only.
A lot of
you never
vendors
know.
now that we have run into do take card because the Square Reader's a thing now.
Right.
But cash is king. Bring
Okay.
Cash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ATMs are probably going to run out quickly. So
True.
bring a lot of cash
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. So
One, yeah.
the first day we were there, the Columbia one, the food trucks out there ran out of freaking water
Oh.
and drinks and food.
Yeah.
They ran out of French fries.
Oh.
They
Wow.
ran out
Man.
of water. They ran out of diet soda. So I had nothing to drink. So I was all like
Wow.
boozy.
Yeah. Oh my
The
goodness.
convention center didn't have any food?
Well, this is on the South Carolina State Fairgrounds.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah.
I see. I see.
I mean, it was their first show running at that area because
Yeah.
the company
Yeah.
the company VXV has several conventions, and the first time they ran Columbia, and people were like bitching about, oh, you should have done a better time than January because of the storm. Like, well, you can't anticipate the weather.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like-
you
They
don't
booked
know.
this
So-
way ahead of time.
Yeah.
So Matt Hardy was there. His wife and their baby girl, Gothic Baby, who's
Mm-hmm.
like a huge TikTok sensation.
Oh, okay.
Like his daughter is a TikTok influencer, basically.
Oh, all
But,
right. Yeah.
Rebby and Gothic Baby were supposed to be there, but she got sick, so it was just Matt.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Did some have? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, would you recommend? Because I know certain cons they have. Well, like you were saying, would it be best to get? Don't they have like the VIP packages where you can kind of get everything in one, or maybe do day to day, or
So it depends. So like with Dragon Con, so we're talking about going for 2026.
okay.
So I know on Memorial Day this year, when the tickets go on sale, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to buy them because it's going to be under $100 per weekend pass.
Okay.
For like the entire thing, which is insane when you think about all that you get.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So like, yeah, see, like, is it a weekend pass is usually cheaper. And then in terms of VIP, see if like you like what the VIP perks are.
Okay.
When we go to, we've been to WrestleCade, we've gotten VIP, which has like reserved seating and the events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, but like bigger cons, like one thing I love about Dragon Con, so I'm disabled, I can't stand too long. A few different things. They have a really amazing disability service.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, you can get a seat in the line and like end of the aisle seat, or like,
good.
if you're hard of hearing, first 2 rows.
Oh, okay.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Where, and you get into like I didn't have to wait in line to get into where all of the vendors were, things like that.
Okay.
So like,
Oh,
they're
cool.
really good about making sure that their con is accessible to everybody. 'Cause
Right.
it's so big.
Yeah, yeah. And I would expect that too, because
Yeah.
they've been around for years. So
Yeah.
you think they already have everything kind of polished and
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
okay,
and also
cool.
another thing is like you just want to go just to meet celebrities. I mean, there's so many vendors and artists, the artist alley.
Yeah.
it's amazing what you see over there. Like,
Right.
especially like any locals or people who travel a few states just to post shop
Right.
Yeah.
over there. So it's amazing.
I have them tagged on my Instagram. I forget their name off the top of my head, but I got this really cute like Bi Pride Umbreon and like Rainbow Pride Eevee 3D printed.
Oh, cool.
That I have up in my office now that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're right too, because like there's only certain things you can get at those cons too, like those trinkets
Yeah.
like that and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah.
D&D dice holders or
Right,
what have
right.
you.
D&D dice, like dice.
Just dice in general, yeah.
Man, that's fire.
Like
man.
there's this one vendor I love. They're called Smoking Glue Guns, and they have so
Oh, yeah, I love them too. Yeah.
There you
They
go.
have so many different type of dye, from like the family friendly ones to like the 18+ ones.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Which are really
yeah.
funny.
Okay, man, that's awesome, yo. So, and again, so with con season being almost like year round, like you were saying,
Yeah.
So you were saying, is it best to just kind of search online and then that's where you get the deals, like you were saying about like Dragon Con early, like maybe
Yeah.
subscribe to an email list or something like that, or
Yeah, well, Dragon Con, so just because they've been around so long and they're like one of the, if not the biggest one that's not affiliated with like Comic Con. Their tickets for next year will go on sale. Like the weekend passes will go on sale Memorial Day.
okay,
Or Labor
okay.
Day. Labor Day.
Oh, cool.
Sorry. Labor Day.
Gotcha. All right,
Right? That's the one in September?
Yeah, Labor Day.
Okay.
man. All right.
But yeah, so also like, and not just like if you want to make a weekend out of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, look at hotel prices. Obviously, some conventions will have hotel deals
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But also like do you want to make a weekend out of it? So,
Yeah.
Or just like for us, we just drove up to Columbia. Hour and a half.
Yeah.
But
Like we were going to stay at a hotel, but then we were like, well, we have to pay for the hotel and the dog's daycare.
Yeah.
If we just drive up, it's only an hour and a half. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Durham, we had to stay.
I feel
Yeah.
that. Yeah. 100%. Man.
so yeah, it's a lot of planning, a lot of research, honestly.
right.
So basically, think about who you want to go there for. Like Melissa said, if it's just one person, be wary they may cancel.
Right.
So you think about it. Okay, I'll meet that person. I want to meet that person, but also save up, obviously, because
Yeah.
Yes.
combos are a different thing. Selfies and autograph are separate prices. And some don't
They
have
have, like-
price listings.
They have table selfies, but then you can also get like photo ops with
Yeah.
Professionals.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, be leery because sometimes, like I said, the prices are not even posted on the website, so you never know. You won't
You
know
never
until
know
you
until you
get there.
get there.
And like, so sometimes, like for me, the only professional photo ops I do are like the group ones.
Okay.
So like I have one from Dragon Con where I met Gates McFadden, Michael Dorn, Jonathan Frakes, Marina Citrus, and
Was it LeVar or Brett Spiner?
Brett Spiner, not LeVar. I haven't met LeVar yet. I want to meet LeVar so bad.
Okay.
Next gen
Not
Star
only
Trek.
because of Next Gen, but because of reading Rainbow.
Yeah,
There you
of
go.
course.
Come on, man. Wow. Okay. So that's definitely some good tips out there, man, especially to our listeners who've never been to a con. It's kind of like the way y'all describe it, it's kind of like going to like a theme park. Like say like if you're planning to go to Disney, you gotta you gotta know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, so it's basically the same thing with
Sometimes a
cons.
ride may break down.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you gotta just be prepared. Okay.
Plan
Like
it out.
even at for Dragon Con, for example, when I buy the passes for 2026, we'll have no idea who's going to be there.
Right. Okay.
I'm buying them a year in advance.
Yeah.
But we're still going to go because we know they're going to have a shit ton of celebrities. They have wrestling there.
Hey, there we
Yep.
go. All right.
They have all the cosplay, all of the vendors.
Yeah.
So much. So we know we're going to have a good time.
Got it. Man.
Yep.
Heck yeah, man. That's fire. Man.
So yeah, I guess another story for the recent con. We got to meet two of the voice actors from the OG Turtles.
Come on now. Come on, man.
nice.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
We were supposed to meet all 4, but then
two had to cancel.
with
I get it.
travel issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
sense.
coolest one was Rob Paulson, who voiced Raphael.
And
Pinky.
Real?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Pinky and PJ from the Goofy movie.
Come on, man.
So he was okay. So when we got to meet him, he was wearing a Lake Destiny.
Oh,
hoodie,
really?
Like from the
Okay.
Goofy movie. He's still shocked that 30 years later, it's still getting fan traction.
Man.
A Goofy movie. I'm like, yeah, it's
Classic.
Yeah.
It's classic.
Because
100%.
we grew up with it, and
Yeah.
we're old enough to have kids. That
Yep.
We're showing it to them. So
on, man.
we're gonna make sure the next generation knows the.
Absolutely. I'm still waiting for the Powerline album. I'm still waiting.
That's what I told you.
Right?
It's basically
Like-
the Powerline merch.
I
coming out.
DM Tevin Campbell every week. Be like, yo, Powerline. When is it happening? I'm like, I need it. I need it in my life.
I is such a
Come
great-
on now. Yeah.
That's a banger.
Always.
And so yeah, I walked up and tried to mimic Pinky's. Hey Brian, and he responded to his Pinky voice.
Yeah.
Like, obviously King.
Yeah, you bring it out. Your guns got stepping up, son.
Yeah, pretty much. hey, I tried.
I tried. Yo,
So
I give you that.
So I had a relaunch of the Playmates turtle set.
Yeah.
Had
Oh.
him and I forgot the Donatello guy did voice Donatello. He was there, so had him autograph. Rob did red ink and
Yeah.
Donatello did purple ink.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And I told him like, force on this ain't going on eBay.
No.
It's
That's y'all.
It's
Man.
on my shelf.
Just like I have, so I have a Star Trek visual dictionary.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of them to sign it. So I had Gates McFadden sign it. She played Crusher on the Next Gen.
Okay.
The Doctors.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We met Karen Ashley, who was the second Yellow Ranger.
Yeah.
We met Matt Hardy.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Met one of the artists and like writers from Archie Comics, which was really fucking
Yeah.
cool.
That's huge.
Old, like,
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
like,
the
That's
OG
my
Archie.
childhood,
OG Archie
yeah.
comic, yeah.
Gosh, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just the thing, right? It's kind of like if I was there, man, I probably would have broke down, man. I'm like, y'all understand, like you are my childhood to
Exactly.
like grown to this day. Like it's like, man, it's life changing. That's awesome, man. So
Yep.
I definitely, again, for the listeners out there, if you have yet to go to a con and if you're a fan of any IP, like go, man. You like people you meet,
And,
new
like,
friends,
I've
things
been
like that.
To so many conventions.
Yeah.
And the majority of celebrities I've met, whether they are actors, voice actors, wrestlers, like anybody really, almost all of them have been wonderful.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's the one thing I always kind of worry about. It's like, okay, are they going to be cool?
Yeah.
Like, please be cool, please, because
Yeah, I think it's just as long as you're not pushy or
Yeah.
just nasty to them or something like that.
Right.
Or like Kevin Eastman waiting 5.5 hours. I could have been a total asshole. Like I waited 5.5 hours, you dick.
Yeah.
No, but no, it's like I'm meeting a childhood hero.
Yeah.
Who created comic and then turned to one of my favorite cartoons. So of
And
course
there's
I'm
also,
gonna be
like,
generous.
Depending on the convention you go to, you're going to be in the same hotel maybe as some of the talent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, don't go up to them while they're eating breakfast.
Exactly.
When they're in the bathroom, when they're like,
Yeah.
when they're out just like
With their families.
with
Yeah.
their like even at the con, like they're there certain hours once the signings are over.
Yeah.
Like especially at Dragon Con, a lot of them are there for the weekend. So at nighttime they're also just hanging out, having fun.
Right.
Don't be a jackass.
Yeah,
There we go.
exactly.
Yeah.
Very simple words to live by.
Yeah.
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 Or like we were
Very
at,
simple rules live by, but who really follow
True.
them.
True.
what is
Good
it? We
point.
were at WrestleCade.
Yeah.
And I guess they don't have that good of a setup for them to get ready because a lot of the women were doing their makeup in like just the regular bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I was in there and they were all there and I'm like, well, I'm not going to be all like fangirly because we're in a bathroom. Y'all are trying to get ready for the show.
Right. Yeah.
And then one of them had to help me with the sink because technology hates me and I couldn't get this
Yeah.
fucking sink to turn on.
I remember another. I guess it was like not a convention. It was a WrestleMania weekend in New York, in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It was me and my friends went to Access, their fan fest, their convention basically, and Kofi Kingston shows up with New Day before they turned into assholes. But they were there. He was there with his family, and Xavier and Big E were there too. But all these fans started bum rushing the SUV they came out of.
Oh.
I'm like, you idiots! I
Yeah.
didn't say out loud, but I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Like, you that desperate for an autograph and a picture?
Right.
Yep.
Like, there's gotta be boundaries.
Right,
And
for
obviously he
sure.
has shitty security detail, but
Yeah.
Or like, so when we were coming back from Mania, when it was in LA,
Mm-hmm.
we were flying back on the same flight that 2 of the referees were on.
Okay.
So Ref Jess, who was the first full-time woman
Mm-hmm.
referee, and then
Charles Robinson.
Charles Robinson.
Okay.
And so we're all tired.
Yeah.
We're all, like,
Yeah.
we just had 2 nights of Mania. Like, I know they're tired. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we just did the, like, hey, like, nod your head. Like, oh, yeah, I know who you are. I'm just going to nod your head. Like,
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Like,
leave
I see you,
alone.
but yeah.
And then Charles called us over.
Oh, cool.
And so we got to talk with him. And then he offered, he's like, do you want to take a picture? And we were like,
look
yeah.
like, oh,
yeah. Like,
man,
we didn't want to
what?
bother you.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's cool. And then he pointed out Jess, and she was on the phone. So I obviously did not
Yeah.
Right.
bother her.
Yeah.
And you could tell she was tired.
Yeah.
And then so she said hello. I said hello. I was like, you know, it's really cool. Like, you just made history. Because I think it was the first time, I forget what exactly, it was something where like there was a woman ring announcer, referee, and 2 women as like one of the co-main events.
Yeah.
So the fact that like she was refereeing that main event with then
huge.
Samantha calling it, so it was huge.
Yeah.
But she looked tired. She
You
looked
can
like
understand.
so-
Yeah.
So I wasn't about to bother her for a picture.
Right.
But then
Just-
these guys came up and was like, "Oh, can you sign the belt? Can you sign this? Can you sign that?" And she was just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's like you see those horror stories at 5 a.m. at the airport, people burn much with like 30 Funko boxes or whatever.
And like, you know,
I'm like,
those
come-
assholes are going to sell it on eBay.
True. Exactly. Yeah.
But
yeah,
you see
yeah.
these people are like, they're tired, they're trying to catch a red eye. Just not just wrestlers, but
It's
like
why
just-
I think, is it Rey Mysterio who doesn't sign in airports anymore?
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't sign because
He just won't do it.
Yeah.
He'll take pictures, but he's not
But
going
not
to
gonna sign. I get it.
he knows it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just a madness. Everybody coming over. I get it. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Like when you're at a con, all the new people just you know, just have
Enjoy
common
it.
sense.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. It should be too pushy and stuff. No, I get that, man. I get that.
And don't bring a lot of stuff.
True.
Because that also costs you too.
Well, some of them also
They'll-
will have like, oh, I'm only going to sign X amount of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But they'll charge per item sometimes, per
Yeah,
autograph.
which makes sense.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
how they
yeah.
make a lot of their money.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
But
Like-
I was going, like, there was a book, an author I liked, Patricia Briggs, which if you like urban fantasy, werewolves type stuff, her Mercy Thompson series is just top tier.
Yeah.
Love it so much.
Yeah.
She would only sign 4 things at once.
Okay.
And if you wanted to get back in line and see if you could get more,
then you
sure.
right.
there was like a woman in front of me that had one of those like carts that you lug your kids around in.
Oh, really?
And she was like filled to the brim with books.
Oh,
and she was
wow.
all pissy. But it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. And
I'm sure they posted ahead of time.
and it makes sense too
Yeah.
because you have people who are waiting and they only have a
Yeah.
certain amount of time,
Yeah.
so you're kind of taking time for other people.
It's like
Yeah.
Kevin Eastman's people. They said you can only 5 at a time. You
Yeah.
can get back in line with other 5, but I'm not waiting 5.5 more hours.
Right. You
So
want to
they
keep everything
want-
going.
I only bought 3 things.
they
Yeah.
want to meet as many people as they can.
For sure. Absolutely.
exactly.
And
that
they're
makes
actual
sense.
fans, not people that are going to go resell shit.
Right. Man, yo, that is awesome, man. I'm like, every time y'all come on, man, when y'all be going to these places, man, I'll just be like, man,
Jealous?
Oh, of course. I don't have to, like one day.
And then like sometimes you just, one thing I love about nerds is just how kind we can be to each other, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
And even some of the celebrities, like I remember I was waiting to meet David Tennant, Catherine, and then Freema from Doctor Who.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
10th Doctor, oh my God.
Characters.
Martha.
And, yeah.
Who did Catherine Tate play? Why is my
Donna Noble.
Thank you.
There you
go,
Oh
there
my
you
See,
God.
fellow nerd,
Hey,
fellow
got
nerd.
it. Got it.
My
We help each other.
brain-
We got
your
my
back. We
brain
got your
just
back.
went on vacation right
That's
there.
all right.
So I'm waiting to meet them, and
Okay.
I'm sitting in line because I can't stand right. And there's this other fan who was dressed up as one of the Good Omens characters who was having a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a breakdown, but they definitely were overwhelmed.
Okay.
And like at the idea of meeting David. So he came out and was just sitting down next to this fan, talking with them, and just making sure that they were comfortable and
Yeah.
just being like such a warm, wonderful human, which every account I've read about David Tennant, he is.
Oh, good.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Man, yo, it's just, You're right though. It's so true about like, when we come together, when the nerds get together and they're like, okay, we could be nice, because we're just one big community.
Exactly.
Just like loving these characters and loving these actors who put on amazing work.
Oftentimes there'll be charities that they're raising money for. Like Dragon Con picks a charity every year. They have a blood drive every year.
Yeah.
There was, I'm trying to think, were there charities for the ones that we went to? I feel like there was.
There was.
Okay.
There was always like something that they were raising money for to like help people and give back to the community.
Yeah,
Definitely.
That's awesome, man.
It's
Wow.
really funny though in Dragon Con, like the blood donations, the lines are huge on Thursday and Friday because everyone's donating before they go drink.
Yeah.
And everyone their blood.
Hey, why not?
That's smart. That is smart.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
And then so like you're not stumbling and hungover on Monday.
Right,
trying to
right. Good planning.
Also,
Yeah.
what's cool about conventions is like you have these groups of people who are like, Star Wars fanatics, and they have the local, battalion per se, or Ghostbusters. I've seen a lot of Ghostbusters groups come out there.
You have different ships from Star Trek.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You signed up for a Starfleet Academy local base.
Yeah, I got the
local chapter here.
information. I still
Oh,
have to
cool.
look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So also another funny thing that happened at the Durham convention was a group doing Ghostbusters, and they also had turtles heads.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I got to put on Michelangelo's head and hold nunchucks, take a picture with it.
Man,
Nice.
that
Yeah.
is fire, yo. Man, oh man.
If I send you a picture, you could put it like in the.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Hell
send,
yeah.
you gotta
I'll
send me
send- I'll
that.
send
We'll
that.
send you
Definitely
pictures
send
of
me.
us with Eastman.
Got
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Please do that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man.
Just show the fans we're not bullshit.
No,
Right, yeah.
exactly. No, because like I tell people too, whenever y'all are on, it's like, oh, it's a master class.
We were gonna get a picture with all 4 of the turtles.
Yeah.
Because 2 of them weren't
Right,
there. They
right.
refunded us the money. So.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's it. Man, oh man. There we go, man. Well, hey man, hopefully listeners and viewers out there, you got some good tips and some good things to do while you're going out to a con, what to be prepared for, and also to be courteous and be nice.
Yes.
And all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, since y'all are here, man, we got a couple of news stories that I'm definitely interested to hear y'all thoughts on. So I need to get your thoughts on it. And we talked about it right before we started recording. Robert Eggers, man.
Woo!
Yeah,
Oh.
Robert Eggers. Come on now. All
Black Phillip.
Even though I haven't seen The Witch, I got that reference.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Nosferatu is the first one of his movies that I've seen.
Yeah.
Because I am like, if it's a vampire movie, I want to see it.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my Sweet 16 was vampire themed.
Okay.
This is how I fucking love vampires.
yeah.
And that started in middle school with when I saw Interview with the Vampire.
Ooh.
Good choice.
Okay. Good choice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Because then I wanted to see Queen of the Damned.
There we go. All right.
Because of Leah.
Yeah. Okay.
Think I didn't say Twilight.
Yep.
No.
All right. Well.
I mean, and I loved Buffy as a kid as well.
Oh,
There you
there we
go.
go.
So,
There we go.
vampires.
So, what was your thoughts on the movie? Did you like it?
I fucking loved it.
Hey.
It was amazing.
It was a good movie.
It
actually.
was.
Yeah.
She drugged me along,
I
but
think it really hit that really nice balance between like the blood and the sex and like the just vampire-ness of
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
without going overboard,
Ooh. Okay. I like that.
which I think was really good. So it wasn't like a gore fest.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
gory without too much gore.
Yeah.
And there was only one scene where I like gagged a little, which is when he bites the head
Bites
off
the head off the
pigeon.
pigeon.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it because I
Yep.
turned my head a little bit too.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm like-
oh my
Like I knew it was
god.
coming because I saw him holding. I was like, okay.
Oh, it's
well,
about to be over.
Yeah.
He was petting it and it was just
Like,
her,
oh god, he's gonna
Yeah.
eat it. He's
It's
and
about to
then-
be it.
And then I was
Yep.
like, oh god.
Oh, yeah.
And you said something about Lily Rose Depp, her
Okay,
training
yeah.
she got.
So the only experience I've had with her as an actress before this was The Idol,
Okay.
Oh.
which got incredibly shitty reviews.
Right.
Granted, I think a lot of that has to do with The Weeknd and his dialogue that he created.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, she probably like Nepo baby, blah, blah, blah. Like, I walked out of it like wanting her to get nominated. for an
Oh
Oscar.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
Like-
she was fantastic.
No.
And she worked.
oof.
She worked with like a movement coach, and so a lot of the movement that she's doing isn't CGI. It's her.
Yeah.
Just her like doing
Yeah.
Nah, man, she killed that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Didn't
definitely.
get nominated, but
Yeah. But they didn't.
it did
they
get
did
a few
get a few nominations.
Yeah,
Few
few
nominations.
but cinematography.
Yeah, cinematography, production design, makeup, and hairstyling.
Let it win all of that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And one thing I really loved about the design of Orlok is that that's probably the closest we've gotten to book Dracula.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Which I think is, and everyone's like, oh, ew, he has a mustache. Why does he have a mustache?
If you read the original scripture,
Dracula has a mustache in the book. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The only reason you think Dracula is this like suave, beautiful man is because of Bela Lugosi.
Yep.
And then also like he looks like a decrepit corpse of a Romanian nobleman from that time. It's perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She knows her shit.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
100%,
liked it.
100%. Well, I mean, it was very successful, and Robert Eggers is definitely that guy right now. So a lot of movies, studios are pitching to him.
Can you imagine being like Bill Skarsgård and Aaron Taylor Johnson having one of the best movies of the year, and then both of them being in like critically panned movies?
Oh
as
yeah,
well?
it's the best bounce back. Yeah,
Skarsgård was in The Crow.
Yep.
And
Aaron Taylor Johnson was
Craven.
Did y'all see that?
I have not seen Craven. No. I have not. Not done it yet.
Actually, like Craven. No,
Craven.
You know what? I haven't been on the 17 season a little bit, and something tells me maybe I should go into those waters once again, see if I can catch me a trout or flounder.
Man,
Just shows up in my boat like, what the fuck
Look,
put Craven in here?
oh, that's it.
I think Aaron is a very beautiful looking man.
Oh,
and
100%.
Looks amazing as Craven. So I'll watch it when it streams, but I wasn't going to give that shit my money.
I hear you. I hear you. I'm not mad
I
at it.
heard it got worse reviews than Morbius.
It did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
saying
insane.
something.
Which I have not seen Morbius because I refuse to watch a vampire movie with no blood.
I know.
I
I know.
refuse.
I know.
You mean you didn't morb? y'all ain't morbing?
Y'all ain't Morbin?
no.
No Morbin here? All right.
No morbing?
Okay.
Damn.
Damn, man. That's crazy.
Honestly,
It's crazy.
I'd probably like reread Twilight over watching Morbius.
That's a bomb right there. That's a bomb right there. All right. Well, there is some news out there. Robert Eggers. He's going to be doing another monster-esque movie, Werewolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's going to be doing that next.
So that one I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that one a lot of people are talking about, but the story that got the internet ablaze, Labyrinth.
Yeah.
The sequel.
Her favorite movie.
Yeah. Set to not only direct, but also write. So that's some pressure right there.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So just a little history of me and Labyrinth. My parents were divorced, and when I would see my mom every other weekend, we'd always rent Labyrinth from Blockbuster. So I watched this movie at least twice a month.
Yeah.
As a kid, at least. I walked down the aisle to a Vitamin String Quartet cover of As the World Falls Down.
Yeah.
Which, if you're familiar with the movie, it is the song playing in like that drug-induced dream sequence where she's in the beautiful white dress. Was raised on David Bowie.
Yeah.
My first tattoo was a barn owl because that's what the Goblin King turns into. Like, obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm so on the fence about this.
Ooh. Okay. All
The
right.
thing is, like, are they going to keep? Is Eggers going to keep it Jim Henson, like the studios?
Well, and I believe he is. I believe like
Good, because the
would-
amount of backlash he would get is if he cut
Yes.
Henson Company out of that.
Right. And I did because I remember I looked in the notes here, and I believe that that Henson is Lisa Henson and Brian Henson are both executive producing.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I believe. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so just throwing this out there.
Yeah.
One, are you ready for Willem Dafoe? Because Willem Dafoe is basically Robert Eggers' muse.
That's right.
So
That's right.
you're ready for Willem Dafoe to be in this movie, voicing one of the puppets, voicing either
Sure.
like one of the goblins
It's
or one
Willem
of the
Dafoe.
monsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever seen one movie of his that I don't ever want to watch again or think about.
Okay.
What is the movie?
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Oh,
wait. I know. Is it Antichrist?
Of course it is.
It is Antichrist. Yep. That's the one. That's the one.
Think of
Fun fact about that.
Uh-huh.
When I was in grad school, I took a movie class, and the title was Sexuality in the Cinema.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, cool. It's going to be like all about like gay and lesbian and
No.
It was, first of all, then she was like, yeah, it's all about the sexploitation genre. I was like, okay, I could deal with it.
Yeah.
But then for some reason we watched Antichrist as well.
Yep.
And so this class was an undergrad class with like a grad component. So I was the only grad student in there.
Okay.
So the very first movie night of this class, she showed us a documentary called Inside Deep Throat,
Okay.
which is about the porn, not the Watergate guy.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
It shows clips from the porn and is not edited. So I'm sitting there like thinking to myself, because I was a graduate teaching assistant.
Yeah.
I still had another year left.
Uh-huh.
I was like, please don't let any of these kids be in my class next semester.
Yeah.
Please don't. I can't teach a kid I watched porn with. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then we watched some really weird, like, softcore porn in that class that didn't have any dialogue.
Really?
It was a very weird class, and she was a very weird lady.
This is very interesting.
I think
I'm
that
more.
crime
I'm
scene on
curious.
Cinemax.
Where can one acquire this class?
Yeah, exactly.
Clemson University of all places.
Educational purposes. And
Only.
purely,
Clemson
yeah.
University.
Purely educational.
Peer research.
That's all.
But like the professor was obsessed with Lars von Trier
Okay. Okay.
and like thought him the best like filmmaker out there.
Uh-huh.
And so we watched Antichrist.
There you
Beautiful.
go. There
So,
you go.
On that note, too, with this Robert Eggers Labyrinth movie,
Yeah.
on the topic of sexuality, because Robert Eggers is horny on me.
Very much.
Sexuality is very much a theme in like every single one of the
Oh,
movies that he's
snap.
done.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready for the puppets to have sex? Are you ready for that goblin loving?
It's happening. It's going down.
Oh man.
More than likely.
Yep.
Willing to bet.
Oh, those goblins are going down, all right?
Hey, maybe we'll see the Orange Story
think-
Muppet Babies or something. Oh man.
It is going to be weird without David Bowie.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yes.
It's going to be very weird. Even if Jennifer comes back, it's going to be weird without Bowie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because so much, I mean, like, there's so much sensuality in that movie as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Which I did not pick up on as a kid, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
My dumbass as a child thought that David Bowie was a woman in that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it was the hair. It was the hair.
It's the hair. I can
Okay,
see
it's
that.
the hair and eye makeup, but he's called the Goblin King and he's walking around with a fucking codpiece. Like,
Yeah, I was going to say the cod
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it'd be
I was
weird
distracted
how
by
they're
glitter.
going to incorporate either. You know, is it going to be like set in later years or maybe a prequel?
Well, yeah. Well, they haven't said anything as of yet of like what is it going to be set in, but well, you know what? No, they did say it was going to be a sequel.
Okay,
That's
sequel.
for sure.
Yeah. I know, the story. I
Story.
guess.
Yeah, they hadn't.
Let adult Toby come back and like
there
become
we
the
go.
new Goblin King.
Ooh,
There
that's a
you
good
go.
idea.
That'd be a good
That's a
one.
good
Now, I like
idea.
that.
Speaking of Toby, one thing that I really love is that so the baby who played Toby grew up to be a puppeteer for the Jim Henson Company.
Nice.
It's awesome.
And
yeah.
has worked on the newer Dark Crystal. So
Okay.
like bring him back to work on the
Full
puppets.
circle.
For the
That'd be
Labyrinth.
perfect.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
full circle. That'd
I
be
don't
amazing.
think he doesn't want to be in front of the camera anymore,
Okay.
which is fine. But
Yeah.
like, let him work on that film. Like,
That'd be
It's
amazing.
going to be a
I'm sure he'd jump
beautiful
on the
chance.
moment.
Yeah.
I can't talk today.
No, I get you.
Bring Jennifer Connelly back. I mean,
Oh yeah. Hopefully. Raj, what's your thoughts on this? Are you on the fence like Melissa? Or are you kind of like,
You know what? I would be a little bit more on the fence. I get exactly where you're coming from, and also just as a person that's burnt out on like sequels and reboots in general, I'm just sort of like, But Robert Eggers has my full trust, my full support. I've seen every single one of his movies. They're all weird. They're all fucking horrifying in one degree or another.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited I'm excited for his werewolf movie.
Yeah.
If nothing else, that sounds like it's going to be amazing. And again, it's another like period piece film. That's the thing
Right.
that he like really thrives in. But,
Yeah.
it sounds like he's going to be approaching because I was reading that he's like a huge fan of Labyrinth, and this is like the dream movie that he's been wanting to make.
Right.
So like it sounds like this is going to be.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be. It's going to be a passion project for him. So yeah,
I'm in.
So I think between that and then what you said about the Henson Company, like being producers,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a little bit more on board now.
Okay. All right.
it sounds like he's like a steer away from
Right.
the story aspect of it. Also, the avoid fan backlash.
True.
They-
True.
You know, they're still. Let's say, like Melissa grew up on Labyrinth.
Right.
You know, I watched that too, but you know, not the biggest fan of hers. But
Yeah.
But you know, I say it's part of your childhood.
Exactly.
Yep.
You don't
see
want it to be
people
messed
ruin it.
up.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
But I do think when we do things like this, having somebody who respects the property and enjoys the property will make for a better movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm with you.
Which is one of the reasons I hate the J.J. Abrams Star Trek. But
The what now?
You're right.
I didn't watch Star Trek because it was too cerebral for me.
Yeah, damn.
Calling you out.
Calling out right there. All right. Well, hey, fingers crossed. Hopefully that's going to be great. I'm hoping so as well. All right, and then we'll move on to this next story really quick. James Gunn actually shared like little first look of Supergirl.
I saw a picture of that.
Yeah. Got a little first look of Milly. Is it Alcock?
I guess.
I think that's how you pronounce her last name.
House of Dragon, right?
Yeah. But yeah, and I believe he posted, hey, thrilled to see the cameras roll. So, I mean, are y'all looking forward to James Gunn's whole DC universe?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
And I'm really fucking excited for the Superman.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really
Hell yeah.
Me too. I'm not a big Superman guy.
Yeah.
But I'm more DC than Marvel.
Okay.
Obviously you see my tattoo, I'm more Batman.
Yeah.
But this version of Superman looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And Melissa pointed out the first Jewish actor to portray Superman.
Oh, really?
Superman's one of those characters that was created by Jews. As kind of like the idea of the Übermensch, which is like the Superman,
Yes.
basically.
Okay.
That the Nazis tried to
Create.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing with like Captain America, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you have these superheroes created to be what the Nazis wanted their super race to be, but then they're just good people.
Right.
And
Right.
not fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
My dad saw the trailer and like my dad's really picky
Okay.
about his movies. Which I mean like he grew up with the comics. Like he was born in 52. So like this is his childhood.
This is there. Yeah.
And he said this is the first time he's really excited to see Superman.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Man.
It's
Awesome.
a Crypto to Superdog, baby!
Excited about that. And like I know everyone's making fun of Nathan Fillion's look.
I like it.
But it's comic accurate.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that version of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Guy Gardner, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
You lucky man. You lucky. If I could go back to the time I didn't know Guy Gardner was a fucking thing.
Oh man. Okay.
but
cool.
yeah, they're bringing up Mr. Terrific. They're bringing
Mr.
him.
Terrific,
I'm like, I
yeah.
saw the makeup. I was like, okay, that's on point.
Hawk Girl, man.
Hawk Girl, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I am there. I can't wait. And yeah, man. I'm because a lot of people are still on the fence with James Gunn and how he's going to do it. But I'm like, man, I have no
I mean,
worries.
The Suicide Squad movie he did was
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm with it, man. So but
And
see,
I think he respects the source material.
right. Yeah.
More. I'm trying to find. My dad sent me a review for a movie recently that had me cackling, so I'm trying to find it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would say for sure, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
The Supergirl. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And yeah, I mean, it looks cool for me. What about you, Raj?
Oh no, I'm very much excited for it. Yeah, no, I've got complete faith in it. I've got complete faith in James Gunn. When I saw that he posted the picture of like it's literally just her sitting in the chair with the Supergirl on the back of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, but no, they're cooking.
Oh, yeah,
cooking.
yeah.
Jason Momoa's in it as Lobo. Like
Lobo.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
I am very excited
Jason
for
Momoa.
Lobo.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
It's happened. This
Yep.
is his dream role, right? He's been wanting this role
and-
so much.
Main man.
He's got it.
That's the thing. You see all these characters in comics, and like, when are we gonna see him in the movies? Like,
Yeah.
and this and that. We see him in animations and just in print, but now we're seeing him in
Yeah.
actual movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Actual
we're
movie.
finally seeing Lobo. I'm like, okay,
I'm
I
so-
didn't know who the hell
remembered
Lobo
what-
was.
My
until-
dad saw the second Joker and texted me about
Oh,
it.
God,
And I
don't.
Oh,
really
snap.
just want to like start an Instagram with his movie reviews.
I didn't see the first one, so I'm
They
kind
are
of glad.
hilarious. So he goes, by the way, saw Joker 2 on Max and am annoyed that I wasted 2+ hours of my life, which I'll never get back. I'm not
Brilliant.
done.
Oh, go
What
ahead.
a stinker in all caps.
Woo.
This movie has nothing to recommend it. If I had any hair left, I'd tear it out. The adjective has not been invented yet to describe such a travesty of movie making.
Oh,
I give it 5 out of 4 vomits.
5 out of 4 vomits.
I like
Holy
that.
shit.
5 out of 4
Poetic.
vomits. I like that.
Get that man a Labyrinth.
I like that.
Holy shit.
Way with words.
There you go. Wordsmith right there. Heck yeah, man. All right. Well,
Damn.
yeah, I'm looking forward to this movie.
Yep.
And Supergirl, I'm excited about. And yeah, man, I want, like, I know you're a big Batman fan. Stay away from Batman for a little while.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I
Wait,
think-
we could tease them.
I liked the Batman.
the recent one, yeah.
No, yeah, that. But I'm just saying, like,
You mean in James Gunn?
and James Gunn.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because that side, Reeves, he got that. But I'm like, slowly bring him into the DCU.
Yeah. I think James Gunn is kind of like us trying to make up for the lack of success that other DC movies had in the past.
Yes.
Like Dawn of Justice or Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah.
Aquaman is good.
I roll with it, man.
I think, my theory is, I think it's true, rings true, is DC at this time, DC nails animated movies.
Yeah.
And Marvel kills it with live action. But now James Gunn,
Marvel's been a little.
lackluster, yes.
Yeah.
But James Gunn, I think, is trying to get that foot in the ass.
And that's what I say. If anybody could do it, he came from Marvel.
Yeah,
he
came
can
from
do
Marvel.
it.
He did Guardians of the Galaxy,
so
for
could do
God's
it.
sake.
Yeah. So that's why I have no worries.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to do amazing.
And
so
with the exception of Robert Pattinson's Batman, I'm kind of over the dark, gritty versions of superhero movies. Like, I grew up on fucking Jim Carrey and Arnold Schwarzenegger type of Batman.
yeah,
Campy stuff.
the
I grew
Schumacher.
up
The
on-
Schumacher.
I
Yeah.
grew up on the
Director's
TV
cut Batman
show
Forever.
where like you had Eartha Kitt purring her
Come on
lines,
now, come
like,
on now.
best Catwoman.
Yeah.
But that's what I want. I want fun superhero movies.
I feel you. I feel you.
And like
Yeah.
we can have drama.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
We can have
yeah.
storyline.
Hell, make a Super Friends movie.
You know what? And that's the thing, man. We live in a time now, and this is why, like, people always give me mess, like, oh man, you like everything. It's because it's like, yo, when I was a kid, this all imagination.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so to see all of this now, I'm just like, give it to me. I'm here for it. Even if I don't like it that much, just to be able to, like, yo, we're actually living in a day and age where this is happening.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And I think we can going back to when we met Eastman, he had said in his Q&A that he loves that there's so much turtle stuff out there that regardless if you're a kid, you have Mutant Mayhem.
Yep.
If you're an adult, you have The Last Ronin, which they're apparently working on a video game and movie.
Yep.
They have the Mutant Mayhem video games too. Like regardless of where you are, there's something.
There's
for
something
you.
for
It's
you.
generational.
Exactly.
And I think we're living in such a great age when
Yeah.
it comes to movie making that like if you're going into a movie specifically to see how bad it's going to be or to hate it,
yeah, I can't get with
dude.
that. I can't stand that. I
you're still
really.
giving them your money. Like
Yeah, like you just gave them money, but
And I'd be on the haterade. I literally,
That's what's in the bottle right now.
Yep. I literally, before we came in to record, I was like, you know what? I want to suffer. I want to feel some pain. So I started watching Emilia Perez.
yeah, but did you go pay money to see it in the theater? Is my point.
No.
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 that look right your head.
I did not.
He said,
So like
yeah.
like I said, I'm not going to pay money to see Craven the Hunter. I'll watch it when it streams.
Yeah, when it's stream.
If nothing else than to just look at Aaron Taylor Johnson.
There you
But,
go.
like,
You got that. You go.
If I'm
Little eye
if I'm
candy.
paying money to see a movie, I
Yeah.
want it to be something I'm going to enjoy.
Exactly.
Like, I think-
exactly.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu was the first time I think we went to see something in the theater since -1.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It was actually.
Because I just don't want to deal with people.
I feel you.
I don't want to
100%.
deal with rude ass people on their fucking phones.
Oh
Put
my
it
God.
the fuck away.
Yes.
Kids roaming around the freaking.
Kids roaming around
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah.
Like at least like Nosferatu, I knew it was gonna be filled with horror fans and with fans of the director and
Yeah.
with fans. Like I knew it was.
There's a crowded theater too.
Yeah.
We went.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Surprisingly.
There were like no seats open.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
Which if you look
And
at
go to-
Fandango and you click and you select seats, they turn into
Turn
coffins.
coffins.
Yep.
Yep. That's what happened.
Fucking
Yeah.
funny.
Coffins fire. Man. Okay. Well, hey, man, something to look forward to. I'm super excited, and yeah, Supergirl is happening. I'm ready. Come on, I'm here for it. Okay. Well,
You started watching that Oscar-nominated Amelia for us.
Yeah. So yeah, did you want to talk about the Oscars?
yeah. We can touch on it
that?
really quick. We can touch on it.
History making with that one.
Yeah.
What's the history with?
So the actress, and I suck at names and I'm horrible at names, but the woman who's nominated for Best Actress.
Oh, she's actually
First time.
transgender.
Yeah.
That's right.
Openly trans, which is the first time an openly trans person was nominated for Best Actress.
Well, that's great. I
Yeah.
wish she was in a better movie.
Yeah,
Damn.
great, but like,
How much haterade in that?
Oh, there's a lot.
It's a good bit.
It's in my blood.
Would you get a transfusion? Damn, man.
Yeah, you on it. Nah, I mean, there's a lot of big nominees this year.
Yeah.
You know?
The big one too is that Demi Moore.
Demi
first
Moore,
time
yeah.
Oscar after winning.
The sixth time or something. The horror movie in a horror movie.
lead actress, yes.
Lead actress got a lead actress nomination.
And I mean,
Which is
you
a
can
shame.
Debate
Yeah.
that depending on what you consider horror.
Good point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Real
But-
good point.
So like there are people like, well, wasn't what about Shape of Water being nominated? Well, I don't consider that a horror.
That was not
I
a horror
consider that
movie.
No.
No,
Yeah.
it's not a horror movie. It's a dark fairy tale.
Yeah.
It kind of. I'm
Somewhat prequel to Abe Sapien and Hellboy.
Yeah. Good
And
point.
I want to bring this up. And when I did my communications class, and we did a presentation on the horror movie genre, and how reception wise it doesn't get the recognition it should deserve to get in award seasons. I mean, Golden Globes, yeah.
Yeah.
With the SAG Awards, that's actors,
Yeah.
their peers.
Yeah.
But Academy Awards, they get snubbed left and right.
Of course, yeah.
And the
yeah.
Academy is still their peers. I think the only one that isn't their peers is the Globes.
I mean, yeah,
Because the Globes is the Hollywood Foreign Press, right?
yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the
that's
Academy
not,
was
like-
too.
No, so the Academy, it's like if you're an actor and you're part of the Academy, you can vote in like the acting categories.
Okay.
But you're not going to be able to vote in like the cinematography categories unless you're a cinematographer. At least that's how Jillian
Well, that makes
explained
sense.
it
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. And yeah, with Demi Moore, I mean, I know Ariana Grande, she got like one of the
Ariana Grande.
most noms.
Yeah. Wicked. Got
Wicked.
a lot of nominations.
Yeah.
Perez.
The one that I'm surprised, this is kind of like the whole controversy with Barbie last year, where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and put a nomination for best movie of the year, but we're going to completely snub Margot Robbie and
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Greta Gerwig for best director and best lead actress. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
same thing with this Dune Part 2, which
Yeah.
by far is like, it's got like a good bit of nominations in it, as well as for best picture.
Right.
If it does not win best cinematography, the game's rigged. But Denis Villeneuve, or however you pronounce his name, the
Villeneuve,
director,
yeah.
Villeneuve, yeah. He didn't get nominated for like best director. It's like
crazy.
what the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. It's
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
And did Eggers get nominated for director?
No.
No.
There we go.
No.
So in terms of like, there's only 7 pictures that have been nominated for Best Picture that can be considered part of the horror genre. And once again, this is definitely up to debate depending on
Right.
what
yeah, depending on
put
what you
into horror. But this is from Horror Weekly's Facebook page. It's The Exorcist,
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Jaws,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
which
All right.
I don't know if is that a horror movie? Do you
I don't
think?
think it's a
Kinda.
horror,
I don't
but
think so.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's more suspense thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Sixth Sense, definitely horror.
Yeah.
Black Swan.
Ooh.
I'd
Yeah.
say psychological horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Out, which once
Yeah,
again
yeah.
horror,
Yeah.
and then The Substance.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, that's the same
That's-
thing
that's the-
that somebody was like, well, what about Shape of Water?
No.
No.
Like, that's not horror.
Right. Right.
No.
Yeah.
It has some moments in it that are gross, but it's not horror.
True. True.
What about this is again kind of going
Yeah.
out in there. What about Parasite? Because
Oh.
isn't Parasite kind of more? Is in my
Never saw
opinion,
it.
it's more of a thriller.
I
It
feel like
is
it's
for
more
some
of a thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it has, I guess, horror aspects in the
Yes.
movie. It's not.
Right.
It should be labeled as a horror movie.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
it, like
You know.
it depends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. I mean, with the Academy, I don't know, man. Will y'all be watching it?
No.
Watching the Oscars?
Yeah.
Nah.
Probably not. Probably not.
Are you going to be sipping on some haterade watching it?
Well, here's the thing.
Here we go.
I will gladly watch the Oscars so long as Big Mr. Man Academy, Oscar himself, comes down to my house and he sucks on my left nut for snubbing Barbie, and then he sucks on my right nut for snubbing Doom. That's the.
I get you.
The gist.
I'm not
That's
mad at it. I'm not mad at
So
it.
they're not having them perform the nominees for Best Song this year.
Oh no!
They do that every year. And so people are like joking that it's because they nominated the one from Amelia Perez that apparently is trash. I haven't listened to it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So they're
Yeah.
joking that it's like, yeah, because they don't want people to have to hear that live.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Wow.
They shouldn't. No.
That bad?
It's bad.
Okay.
It's bad.
I never saw it.
Man, oh man.
Don't. Okay. I'm only 10 minutes in and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah.
Probably not.
I was like, I don't think I won anymore.
All right. Well, I mean, looks like with the Oscars, it's coming up quick, man. March 2nd.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah, usually around March, they've broadcast it.
yeah. All right.
Hosting this year?
I have no idea, and I don't care.
No.
Mr. Oscar himself.
Mr. Oscar.
Oscar the Grouch?
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, speaking of hosts, Nikki Glaser apparently nailed her Golden
Yeah.
Globe hosting duties.
Oh, yeah.
I think they asked her back for next year, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, which is good because last year Joe
Coy.
Joy Cool, yeah.
fucking
He
bombed it.
Yeah, that wasn't his. That you know,
No.
certain comedians, you're like, okay, you might be a great comedian, but like when you're in that room,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, ooh, it's kind of
Like
tough
he
to.
was auditioning to play the bomb in Oppenheimer, apparently.
I hit that bomb
I think
right
wasn't
there.
he made like a Taylor Swift joke and they panned to her and she's like, huh?
Yeah, that didn't really.
She also doesn't really have a sense of humor anymore.
That's
No.
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Well, I mean, hey, let us know, man, if y'all gonna
Yeah.
watch it. If anything, we'll find everything out on social media.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Where everything will be trending headlines.
I just want Nosferatu to win everything it's nominated.
Hopefully
for.
they should. I mean, costume design. Come
Yeah,
on,
absolutely.
man. Come on. We gotta get. Oh, Conan O'Brien's hosted.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah!
Team Coco.
Let's go,
Team
baby!
Coco.
Does that mean you're going to watch it?
That's my god right there. Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
Rigel will be watching.
There you
I will
go.
be watching it
The new
now.
recipient of the Mark Twain Prize, by the way.
Yes.
Hey.
Mark Twain Prize for Humor.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Shout
Go
outs,
Conan.
man. Team Coco all day.
There you go.
All right. Okay. Well, before we wrapped up another great issue, man, we got to get into reviews.
Okay.
And now I saw The Wolfman, and I know you had two
I
things.
saw Castlevania
yeah.
Nocturne, and I also saw. I sat down and I watched the Bridget Jones Diary.
Yeah, Bridget
All
Jones.
three of them. So that was
Say
a
Bridget
fun time.
Jones. I think you're about to say Bridgerton.
Bridgerton Jones.
Ooh, that's close.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's
I
a
get it.
mashup for you.
And then I'm like, wait, Bridgerton? And I was like, oh, Bridget Jones.
Also, I do want to echo because I also watched Creature Commandos. I won't go into a review just because you did it last week,
Yeah.
but this show's fucking great.
Hey.
I loved it.
I got it on my watch list on Max.
Our friend Pat
I was right.
was just talking about it, how much he
I
liked
got,
it.
Yeah.
I got on my watch list on Max.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like a perfect thing by all means, but this is how I know the DCU is in great hands of James Gunn.
Yeah.
Every single one of these episodes felt like it could have been an issue of a comic.
Oh, wow.
Like
There you
as I
go.
was watching it, each
Yeah.
episode like started,
good.
set up, everything with it was like, oh, this is like a 7-issue mini run of a comic
Yeah.
that I'm watching right now. And it's great. It's got an amazing soundtrack. James Gunn owns my soul with his taste in music. So,
go. There you go.
yeah, no, great.
Awesome, man. I'm glad.
we
All right, I'm
haven't had a
glad.
chance.
I got a quick question. Have you seen the Suicide Squad anime?
Oh, the Isekai
No.
one.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
good.
I
Is
haven't
it
seen
good?
it.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I also
Okay.
recommend that one.
Okay,
Heck
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we've
right.
just been busy watching wrestling and Jeopardy,
Hey,
Good stuff.
there we go.
including
Yeah.
pop culture Jeopardy and celebrity.
Hi, all right, cool. Well, I'll start with my Wolfman because I know you asked me, would you is it movie or stream? And I'll go ahead and tell you, wait and stream it, yo. Wait and stream it.
That's what I've been hearing too.
Yeah, I went into it. Now again, I was excited and I was like, cool. I went to the matinee. I went early too, man. $5.
Damn.
$5 matinee.
At least then you only spent $5.
I
Yeah,
spent
you spent
$5. I spent $5.
Minus popcorn and whatever.
Yeah. So I went there and yeah, man. I was a little disappointed. And like my expectations of this movie was like super high. The trailers got me. And I was like, okay. Now I was worried because remember we talked about the leak of the Wolfman being at I don't know if it was at a con or something like that where they actually had a wolf person like
they
walking
had
back
a
forth.
Wolf person at Halloween Horror Nights.
Was that it? Okay, that must have been it.
It wasn't the design that was in the movie,
Right.
to my knowledge.
Right. Because that's what I got nervous of. Because I was like, man, I hope that wasn't the design, and it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. But I will say the movie is kind of your run of the mill. Like,
How was the design?
all right. I don't want to. Should I? All right, light spoilers. I won't give too much away. But the reason why when you go into it, it's not a full-on wolf. It's a mutation. So they explain that right in the beginning credits. It's like, okay, there's been rumors in these hills because it takes place in the Northwest, like Oregon area, and this one hiker went up and he got infected by some type of virus that turned him into like a wolf-like being that just wants to eat on things and just turns him weird. So basically that's kind of it. Like, okay, there's a virus out there, one person got it, and it kind of spreads. So it starts off with this young man and his dad, and they live together and they go hunting, and his dad is very like militant, like, you're going to learn how to hunt because, you know, society don't like you and you're going to go out here and hunt and deer and all that. So while he goes out there, you know, he hears sounds in the forest, and the dad kind of knows about the quote unquote wolf man, this, you know, that's happening out there, and he's teaching his son, and something pops up and he gets freaked out, tries to shoot it. His son gets scared, and then it kind of goes 30 years later. The son is now grown, and then, you know, his dad passes away, and he has to go back up to where his dad is and, you know, get all the stuff out the house. And that's when everything ensues. So everything that you would expect happens, but it is a little different because it pretty much takes place in one night. So it's all one night thing. And it's not really scary. It's not even the jump scares. If you've seen horror, you guys are horror people, or at least you are.
Yeah.
You
He's
won't.
not, I am.
Gotcha. You won't be afraid at all. You're going to be going like, oh, okay, they did this, they did that.
Now, the Wolfman in it, like
Yeah.
the main guy, same name as from like the OG black and white Universal Monster movie, Wolfman.
Yeah.
Have you seen the black and white one? How does it compare in terms of like story, and not obviously because it's going to be different when it comes to blood and gore and stuff, but in terms of like story.
Story wise, the 1941 is that's still to this day.
Did you see the Benicio del Toro version?
Yes, I did.
Yep. Was that okay?
I did not like it, but
that face told me everything.
I loved his design.
Okay.
I wish that they took that Wolfman design and put it in this movie. I might like it a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that the movie is terrible. It's not trash. It's kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, this is coming. Oh, this is coming. Oh, and there we go. And it's really short. Like, it's under 2 hours. So it gets right to it.
Yeah.
Takes place in one night. And the plot twist you kind of see coming. I won't spoil anything involving that, but the wolf itself, I like the design of it. It is like a realistic take on it. So don't go into it thinking you're going to see the full-on
fur and everything.
Yeah. You're not going to see that, but you're going to see like kind of mid-transition, like trying to get to that point, but you don't get it.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that's all I'll say.
It's always interesting to me, like the way we portray werewolves
Yeah.
in media.
Yeah.
And like how they look.
I'll say you might think, oh, okay, I can see it because it's a virus. So when you go into it thinking like that, then you're like, oh, okay. When you see the wolf, you understand. Okay, this kind of makes sense.
I'm sure somebody's like already gotten it up on Tumblr.
Oh yeah, it's already up there. So if I were, if you haven't seen it, if I were y'all, I would wait to stream it. So if I were to rate it out of Okay, out of
Tumblr.
10.
She's bringing up
I'm going to
Tumblr.
Tumblr. Okay, if I were to rate it out of 10, I would give this movie a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
I go down 6 out of 10. It's not trash, but
Put
it's
it
kinda
in the graveyard, folks. It's dead. A 6 from J-Rock. Woo!
it's a 6, man.
Shit.
It's a 6, man.
The hell.
I was disappointed.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
Ouch.
tough. It was tough.
oh,
It was tough.
bowels of hell right there. Like, holy shit. A 6 out of 10 from Jason. Oh my God.
Has it
I think
ever
the last time that happened, it was with Shazam 2, Fury of the
shit.
Gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't
that
seen
was
that one.
Yeah,
No.
I haven't
yeah.
even seen the first Shazam, and honestly, fuck Zachary Levi.
Oh,
yeah.
wait, there you go.
Yeah.
I get it. I get
He
it.
pissed his career away.
I get
He
it.
really did.
No, he did.
Yeah.
He did. All right, Roger.
Yo, so I'll go ahead and start with Castlevania Nocturne. So
Okay.
this is the spin-off series off of the animated Castlevania TV show that happened, which did
Netflix,
either of you
right?
get? Yeah,
Netflix?
Netflix. Yeah.
Okay.
Did either of you two watch that one?
No, I played Castlevania a long time ago.
Okay, hell yeah. So with the Castlevania animated TV show, it was kind of hit and miss. Like the first 2 seasons were like really, really good, and then it kind of went a little with the
Yeah.
final seasons after that. And with this one, it was very much a similar thing where like the first season, I was not really digging the sauce with it too much. It was just sort of like oh, okay, you have all these different plot threads going on. Like they make a whole point about like, oh yeah, the vampires are like, it all takes place during like the French Revolution. It's all, yeah, it's Richter Belmont, Rondo of the Blood, Castlevania game. So he's the main protagonist here, but it's also his cousin Maria, and then there's the Annette alchemist, who they actually change up her character so that she's actually a former enslaved person from Haiti who was like part of like the revolutions there, and her companion, they go off to basically help kill vampires in France. And it's like, yeah, the whole French aristocracy, they're all vampires suppressing the people, but also the vampires are worshiping a vampire messiah that is based off of a very brown Egyptian god. And you're just sort of like, but France is racist. What? Huh? I get what you're trying to do. I get what you, and they base the main antagonist off of Erzbet Batty, the aristocrat.
Blood
Yes, the
Countess.
blood. Yes, the woman. She literally
Yes.
was like famous
The first
for
female serial killer.
first female
Okay.
serial-
And,
bathed in blood.
So she
Yes.
would, and not only that, like she tortured these peasant
Yes.
girls, bathed in their blood to keep her young.
Yes.
Horrific other types of torture, and like they didn't give a shit until she started going after the aristocratic girls.
Yes.
And then because they couldn't put her to death because she was a countess, they just had her like walled up in her tower.
Yes.
Is this an anime
And
series?
This is it's an animated, like anime-esque series.
Anime-esque, okay.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and it's funny because like they establish her as the main antagonist, and also like, yeah, no, she ate the soul of this drank the blood of an Egyptian goddess, so now she's the vampire messiah. The first season, it's kind of spoilers for the first season. The first season ends with they're like coming to full power and doing basically an eclipse over the fucking sun that basically will usher in like an entire era of eternal darkness onto humanity.
So that sounds
Oh shit!
like
Now I can't watch it.
when you talk about like an Egyptian goddess vampire, makes me think of Akasha.
It's not her.
No, I know, but like
Yeah.
I'm talking about like story wise.
Yeah.
And then the whole like moon eclipse thing, that was
Yeah.
the plot of the second Blood Rain video game.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, and here's the real kicker.
Don't bring in that movie.
So
Oh no, I love those games. It's on site if I ever meet you, Bull.
Yep.
It is on site if I ever meet that fucker.
So the first season ends with like very weirdly where the heroes kind of get their ass handed to them. They're forced to retreat. The eclipse over the sun happens, so you think like eternal darkness is happening, and then Alucard shows up. He's like, "All right, I'm here now," and you're like, "Oh, well, all right. Hey, you were my favorite character from the first series, so it's like, hey, yeah, what the fuck were you doing? Come on, man, help us out." And then the very beginning of this second episode or the first episode of season 2, the eclipse has been undone. It's like, oh, I guess her power wasn't as powerful as we thought it was. She could only do it for like a little bit. Oh well, and we're
Like half an
just like,
episode.
Are you fucking kidding me? But I will say the rest of season 2 definitely seemed more cohesive. Definitely like plot threads and like why this stuff is like they basically go into like one character's whole background story. And when you see that, you're like, okay, I can understand why this whole weird cultural appropriation thing is happening now. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
And and one thing that I really loved about this season 2 is that like it does have like a lot of action in it.
Okay. Cool.
It's not one of those shows where like don't go into it expecting to think. I will tell you that. Do not think watching the show. Just be like, yeah, vampires are fucking murdering each other. I love it, man. This is great. This is some pretty good action.
Sometimes that's all you need from vampires.
Sometimes that's all you need.
That's it.
Sometimes that's all you need. And there's a couple like really good moments too in it. So end of the day, I give the series as a whole like a 7 out of 10. It was an enjoyable watch. It was a good time. So definitely recommend it, especially if you did like watching the Castlevania Netflix series. Nocturne. It's a decent spinoff. Don't put too much stock into it. Just go into it like expecting some action and boom, that's it.
I like it.
So
okay.
All right, now real meat and potatoes.
All right.
The Bridget Jones Diaries.
Let's talk about it.
So Comic Book John, his lovely wife Paige. Her birthday was last week. Shout out to Paige.
Hey, happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Here we go.
And for her birthday, she just wanted to get all of her friends together to binge watch all 3 Bridget Jones Diary movies before the new movie comes out in February, which I believe you can find on Peacock around the time of Valentine's Day. Which
I think it comes out on the 13th.
Yeah. That's right. It comes out on Galentine's Day.
Is Renee Zellweger going to be in it?
What?
Is Renee Zellweger going to be in it?
Yeah.
Who?
Renee Zellweger.
Renee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know about the 4th movie. I didn't know. So
Yeah. And then Colin and Hugh are back.
okay.
There we go.
I didn't know.
But there's a twist.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. With the 4th, we'll get into when I review Bridget Jones 4, the boys driving me mad or whatever the hell it's called.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is my first time watching any of these movies. I really had no idea what any of these movies were, what they were about. And then I sat down and I started watching it. And I was like, oh, this is just Pride and Prejudice. Wait, you made a Pride and Prejudice romantic comedy set in like modern day. These movies came out in like the year 2000. I'm like, okay,
And
this
they're
is
not
good.
subtle about
they're
it either.
not subtle about it
His name is Mr. Darcy in the movie.
Yes. And he's literally played by Colin Farrell, who played Mr. Darcy in the BBC TV miniseries.
Okay.
Was he the one with the fountain and the wet shirt? Was that his
Yes.
Darcy? Okay.
Yes. So, don't ask me how I know so much about Pride and
Hey,
Prejudice.
man, no judgment.
How do you know? No.
Because you watched Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, right? Duh.
There you go.
I was in a play. I was actually in a Pride and Prejudice play. So I actually, like when I was in high school, we did Pride and Prejudice. I was Mr. Collins.
Oh, what?
And that's like, to this day, it's like probably my favorite role I've ever done in any like acting production ever. Because I just went full ham, making this guy like the biggest idiot I possibly could.
As much as I love Regency romances, and I do like a good rom-com, and I've seen Bridget Jones. I've never actually seen like an actual Pride and Prejudice adaptation. I've seen Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Of
That's
course.
the closest I've been to.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
You did more acting
need
than I
to
did
sit
in high school too. I was in a play too, but I had no speaking roles.
Oh,
I was Grandpa George in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
nice.
okay, that's
The one
one
that
that
did
does
get out of
get
bed.
out
He
of
stayed
bed.
in bed.
Stayed in bed, I got you.
So
Not
not
Joe.
the asshole who
Not Joe.
sat there who could, sorry.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I watched the movies and, it was a good time. Like the first one was like a really solid romantic comedy, just like very good, like very loose adaptation, mind you, but very just fun adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. And I was like, wait, how the fuck did you take Pride and Prejudice and then make 2 more movies out of it?
Hey.
Oh, but they found a way.
Hey.
They found a way in Bridget Jones 2, Electric Boogaloo, whatever the actual sequel title is called.
Yeah.
Edge of Reason, I
The
think.
Edge of Reason.
Edge of Reason, yes.
How do you know that?
I read.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So you read Pride and Prejudice
No.
too?
I'm into pop culture, so I read like the headlines or whatever.
Oh,
Okay. All right. There you go.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So
get off my back. All right.
Are you a secret rom-com fan?
Yeah. It's okay, Sean. This is a safe
you know-
space. This is a safe space.
Now you see that face?
Yeah.
See that face?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, so we'll watch When Harry Met Sally tonight.
Yeah, that's good. Yes. So the second one. This was the weird one. This is the one where I was just like, God damn, wow, they really went all out with it, because it's like sort of focusing on like that after they hook up, like, okay, but what are the bumps in the road of the relationship, how they get through that, all that together. She gets arrested in Taiwan for smuggling drugs at one point, and I'm just like, what is this movie? But then you watch Bridget Jones' Diary 3, The Bridget Jones Baby, and that one was also a pretty fun one. I also had a good time watching it, but this time they replaced what is the fucker's name? Daniel or Cleaver's actor, Hugh Grant. They replaced Hugh Grant with Dr. Sexy from
McSexy or McDreamy? Or McSteamy or McDreamy?
McDreamy from that really long
Patrick Dempsey?
ER.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
You know
no,
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy.
Patrick
Grey's
Patrick
Anatomy.
Dempsey?
Dr. Sexy from Grey's Anatomy.
Okay. Eric
Yes.
Dane or Patrick Dempsey?
Patrick Dempsey.
Dempsey.
McDreamy.
That's McDreamy.
That's McDreamy.
McSteamy's Eric, yeah.
Okay.
Don't ask how I know that.
He's busy being the gross father on Euphoria.
Oh, that makes sense.
McSteamy.
Yeah. So at any rate, they replace his character with him, and apparently he's supposed to be Mr. Collins or something. I don't know. At one point they said the name that sounded like Collins. I was like, no, you're telling me that they actually made Mr. Collins a hunk? No.
Tugging your heartstrings a bit?
As the man who played this fucker, no, get out of here, get out of here. The potential father of her child, no.
So I haven't seen the baby one yet.
You haven't read Pride and Prejudice 3?
I've never actually read Pride and Prejudice. As huge of a I think it's just too tame for the type of Regency romances I like to read.
Oh,
Bridget's over here.
all right. Okay. Clutch the pearls real quick.
Fanned out.
Yeah.
Heavens.
Okay.
It's hot in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do you rate the 3? Or just all collectively?
Honestly, all collectively 8 out of 10. They were
Hey, all right.
These were great movies.
Okay.
They genuinely all were hilarious. They all have like their own bits where like they have their moments to shine. Renee Zellweger, great actress. She did an awesome job in each and every single one of these movies. Very excited for Bridget Jones 4. Going to be watching that on Valentine's Day. And if you haven't watched them yourselves, get cultured. Get cultured. Watch the movies. Enjoy a good rom-com with your sweetie, or just watch them by yourself.
Hey.
Because this may be the thing to help you actually realize this is what I need to do to find love, because that's what Bridget Jones is all about.
Hey.
And also, then don't call a size 10 woman fat.
Right? Yeah.
That's my main annoyance with Bridget Jones.
I got you.
Yep.
I got
No, there was one point at the very, very beginning of the first movie where they're talking about Mr. Darcy, and he's just gotten divorced from his wife, who is Japanese, and her mother's like, "Oh, such a cruel race," and they're just like, "What?
Oh my God!"
And then like everyone else was remarking over that. I was like, "No, guys, this is England. These are the
Proper people.
the prime racism right here, all right? Like supreme racism over the French and the English.
One of the big
especially.
themes in Pride and Prejudice is like judging a book by its cover.
You mean there's prejudice in my Pride and Prejudice? No. Good heavens.
Oh man.
Are
Shocked,
you
I tell you.
Do you watch a lot of like rom-coms? Like, are you generally like a nice rom-com
I'm
fan?
getting more into. I actually have not. I've not seen a whole lot of rom-coms, so I'm starting to mix in my palette, throwing a couple
Okay.
of
So
rom-coms in
I
there.
have some suggestions.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
all
obviously, When Harry Met Sally.
Oh yeah.
Like
no, that's classic.
quintessential right
Yeah.
there. If you haven't seen it yet, there's one called Crossing Delancey, which nobody
That rings a bell.
I don't know that.
almost nobody has heard of unless you're like Jewish, because it's one of our.
Okay.
She has to choose between a
Interesting.
pickle salesman and a book editor. Like,
Oh,
I'm here. I'm
Hey.
sold.
it's-
All right.
And Amy Irving is the main character in it.
Okay.
She was Sue Snell in the original Carrie movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
So she's in that, and then like her grandmother is upset that she doesn't have a husband yet, so she hires a matchmaker,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
which is
yes.
a thing.
I've seen Fiddler on the Roof.
There you go.
Yes. Or Millionaire Matchmaker.
God.
But yeah, so that's a really good one that I really love.
Okay.
I don't like a lot of rom-coms because I feel like a lot of them, people are just stupid. in
Oh,
it.
oh yeah.
But that's the point.
That's it, you
Yeah,
know.
it's a
Yeah,
point.
it
Yeah,
just
you gotta be
annoys
dumb.
me. Like if you
It's
just
vulnerability.
communicated with each other properly.
Yeah.
You'll be good. You'll be all set. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just spent too much time
I can recommend
teaching
one.
interpersonal
All right.
communication.
I recommend one I've seen many times over is the Steve Martin version of Father of the Bride.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen that a
I love-
bunch.
I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
I love
I
movie.
honestly thought you were about to say Pretty Woman.
No.
Ah, okay.
I
Okay.
saw the Broadway version of that.
Yeah. All right.
But no, Steve Martin's Father of the Bride. I love,
I
love
love
watching,
that.
love watching
That's
that. Martin
good
Short and then being the wedding coordinator.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
those
Most
two
Good
bolts
one.
and a lovely bride. his accent's like
right there.
yeah, but
All
BD,
right.
BD Wong's in that too.
Yes.
Great movie.
Sleepless
Classic.
in Seattle. You've got Meg. If it
Come on,
basically, if
Sleepless-
it's from the '90s and has Meg Ryan.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
That was it. She was that. That
She
was
was a-
it.
she was a queen.
That was it right there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Well, before we wrap things up, man, again, man, thank y'all so much for coming on. Let us
Of
know
course.
the con experience and getting our listeners and viewers excited to go to their first con, or if not, another con. You know.
And come see us at Atomicon.
That's right. That's
We
what I
will
was going to
be
say.
there.
Go ahead and let the
Yeah.
people know when's that going to be.
May 3rd and 4th, Star Wars weekend, basically.
Hey. All right.
At,
May the
for-
4th be with you.
May the 4th, yeah. And so
Yeah.
local people is at Trident Tech College.
Okay.
We're going to be there as first time
Beautiful
vendors.
1,000
Hey.
buildings.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
Because I do, it's called perler bead art or
Yeah.
melting beads.
Yeah.
And you've
And-
shown that. You've
Oh
I-
yeah,
I
we
brought-
had it out. Oh
John-
yeah, of
John Cena
course.
was I did.
Yep.
Currently, I'm in the process of converting movie posters into perler art.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm just on the tablet right now. I'm not
Okay.
physically done yet because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a process.
Right. I can. Yeah, I get it.
I take a picture of the poster
like converted into like the beads that he's.
and they show
use.
the detailed the colors.
Yeah.
The thing is like with
That's
the,
Titanic. He did one for Titanic that's like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
I done one. Did Titanic. Did Grease.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Ooh.
That anime.
Batman and Batman '89.
No,
and,
what was
okay.
the
and,
anime?
Akira.
There we go.
Oh
Heroes.
man. Okay.
So it's you see it far away. It's like, okay, that does look at it, but you zoom in, it's like, God damn. And you think that's not the colors I see.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
And
Awesome.
I look at it, someone to ask me, if you were to ask me that, what's it like putting this together bead by bead? I think it's a very, more like an intricate jigsaw puzzle.
Okay.
Because
Makes sense.
It's piece by piece.
Piece by piece. You
and
really got to be.
Placement's key.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. So this will be our first con.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Congratulations,
And I
man.
made-
Your
and I-
first con. Yeah.
I made some original
Like
designs.
as vendors.
That's been,
vendors.
yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah.
not going as
Right,
fans.
right.
But,
For sure.
Also did like, you know those old school Mario mushrooms.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
did different designs inside the mushroom head.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about DC. I made some old school Super Friends theme.
Oh, cool.
Like,
Okay.
like Brainiac, Captain Cole.
We have
Yeah.
all of the turtles. We
Turtles
did the
ones.
TARDIS, which was really cool.
The TARDIS one. I
yeah.
made turtles in Pac-Man version.
Oh, okay.
And so the turtles are the Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And I designed a pizza ghost.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Awesome. Heck yeah, man.
Next time we come over, I'll have them done.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're
There
they're
we
really
go.
Cool. So come
I'm
check
working
us
on the
out.
Star Wars ones, by the way.
It's
I'm
happening.
working on Star Wars.
I would hope so.
Nice.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, do y'all want to give your socials out, or if y'all
Yeah.
So we don't have a social yet for our
Company.
Okay.
which
All
I
right.
think you are calling.
We're calling it. It's a company called SMC Bead Factory.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
you know, keeping
Yeah.
the theme, because when we did trivia, it was SMC trivia.
Right. I like it. I
Themes
like
are
it's the brand.
initials.
It's the brand.
So
You can. Oh,
Oh, so my personal IG is Connell, SCONNELL 82 on IG. That's where I'm posting some pictures of what I've done.
Yeah.
And
You can find me on Twitter, Melissa Rave, MELY.
I thought you deleted that one.
Not Twitter, right?
Blue
Instagram.
Sky. Instagram.
Instagram.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram and on Blue Sky.
Okay.
Threads, Melissa Rave, MELYSSARAVE. And I deleted Twitter because fuck Nazis.
There we go. There we go. All right. And Rigel, you want to let the people know where they can find you?
Yeah, so
In hell.
Yep, in hell, truly. No, you can find me this Valentine's Day binge watching Bridget Jones' Diary. All by myself.
Celine Dion, you're not. How much hate are you going to have next to you watching that movie, by the way?
For Bridget Jones' Diary?
I mean, he
I should
gave
watch
the
it.
trilogy.
I'm just asking.
Trick question. I'm always drinking the haterade.
That's true. There you go.
Can the hater be sustained?
There you go.
But y'all can mainly follow me. I still have my Facebook and Instagram accounts, but I'm not using those as much anymore because fuck Meta, fuck Nazis. TikTok. I got a funny story about TikTok.
God, TikTok. Oh my God.
So, it went down on Sunday. I got it went to open it up and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's gone. I got the original message before it was like, we're working with President Trump, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, I don't fucking need this app on my phone. If it's not working anymore, there's no point in it. So I deleted it off of my phone.
Oh, no.
And then it came back.
And then it came back up.
But it's not in the App Store.
But it's not in the App Store. So I can't fucking download it anymore.
No.
So, I for sure do not have a TikTok anymore. So don't follow me there.
Okay.
I kept mine.
But if y'all really want to keep up with me, I'm mainly on Blue Sky now, and I'm fucking loving it. So y'all can follow me
I need to set up one.
Flash Photo Cause at Blue Sky. That's you can find me, and that's where I'm shit posting right now. That's basically literally I'm treating it just like you should with Twitter, or it's just randomly my just thoughts and just random bullshit that I be going through.
Hey, why not?
So yeah, if you want a little inner working on my mind, you can do that. And I think that Blue Sky's also going to be doing like the flashes platform at some point too, which is supposed to be a replacement for Instagram. So I'll be migrating over to that whenever that comes out. But you can still find me.
And just,
you can still find me at flashphotography.cause on Instagram as well. You can also follow my lovely wife, Alicia-Joe, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as well, because she didn't delete her TikTok. She was holding
Smart
that hope,
woman.
and then came back for her, so she still got it.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, it came back for me, thankfully, because had all of
I didn't delete it.
I had saved so many videos about books I want to read.
Yeah.
And then, then I went through and I just screenshotted everything.
Yeah, there you go. Screenshot it all.
Just
Just in case.
So I know what independent authors
There
I want
you
to
go.
support.
Well, I
There you
didn't
go.
delete mine because there was a perler artist I follow. I got advice from her about how to sell conventions.
Oh, cool.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I ain't deleting that shit.
There you go.
Also, we'll have an Etsy store set up soon, by the way.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
So,
Definitely
we'll
let us
give you
know.
links,
100%. All right.
I mean, and I'm technically on Reddit, but I'm just in explain a film plot.
Oh, okay.
Subreddit.
Heck yeah. All right.
That's about it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, you can also follow our OG co-host of the comic section, Lil CO, at Cut It Out Comics and Cosplay. I know they're on Blue Sky.
They are.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're on.
They
both,
are.
And they have the Cut It Out.
Cut It Out
Yes.
on
As
Blue Sky.
well.
Cool. CO, I got to get your information so I can get all that and put it on here. So, and of course, Comic Book John. I believe Comic Book John, I think he's migrating.
He's also
over
migrated
to
over
Blue
to Blue
Sky
Sky as well.
So there you go, man. You're going to find most of us on Blue Sky, man, if not all, man.
Yeah.
So
I'll be there soon.
there we go. I got to set up an account, man.
And you don't even need an invitation anymore.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
No. So
See, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
That's why I
so
was like, you might have
used to
given me an
need
invite. Okay.
An invitation. So
Okay.
I got on because of an invitation that somebody had. So
Got it.
But now you can just make
free
an
it open.
account.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Heck yeah. Well, I'll go and set one today. I thought you needed the invitation and stuff.
I didn't know
but
about that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
So go
Cool.
migrate to Blue
There we go.
Sky.
There we go.
Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on IG, Threads, and Facebook for the time being at JROCDAMIC, but soon to be Blue Sky, man. I didn't know that, so now that y'all told me that,
Yep.
all right, cool. I'll go ahead and set one up by the time this drops. I should have one up already.
Yep.
And also, of course, mainly you can follow the comic section on all social media platforms. So definitely, and we have to set one up on Blue Sky as well.
We're going to get
that one going.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, we're going to get that one up and running. Of course, follow us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that, notification bell, right? Did I get all the...
Spotify.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yep.
Everywhere. We're available everywhere. Google the comic section. But most importantly, head over to thecomicsectionnetwork.com. That's the main website. Again, that's thecomicsectionnetwork.com. Find this episode, previous episode, Comic Section Network affiliated shows all in one spot. And also, shout out to our merch partners, Exotic Enclave, because they hook us up with the best of merchandise. So if you want that cool merch from the comic section, head over there, hit the merch tab, and, go through. Because, I know it's kind of cold right now. So get your hoodies, your jackets, your beanies, your hats. Before you know it, there'll be spring. Get your t-shirts, get all that ready. Use promo code BESTFANSEVER. Save yourself 10% on all the items in the merch store. All right? Other than that, I think we wrapped up another great issue, man. Thank you, Sean and Melissa, once again.
Thank you for having
Your
us.
presence, doing it big time as always.
First time on a regular episode.
Yeah.
Talk about wrestling.
No, we talk wrestling right now, but I know there's a lot of wrestling news that I'm dying to pick y'all brains about.
I'm
I'm dying to break. Oh man, there's so many things I want to ask y'all, but we'll hold on that. But other than that, though, I've been your host Jason, alongside my very talented co-host
Rigel.
No, he's talking about us.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, well, fuck me, I guess. Shit, I can't have nothing here.
We're good.
It's too much haterade.
That's it. It's cool.
I think I got hated right here on thing.
You didn't listen to Mary J. Blige when she said no haterade.
Yeah, no hateration.
No hateration.
All right, Miss Dancery. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Well, Sean and Melissa, thank y'all so much for coming on.
Of course.
And Rigel, of course.
Yo.
That's right.
Always here.
That's right.
Can't get rid of me. I showed up for Martin Luther King Day this time, baby.
That's right. Yeah. Shout outs, man. You doing it.
I just got to show up for Juneteenth, and
That's
then
right.
the streak's over.
Then the streak's over.
I'll beat the racism out.
As soon as you do that, you'll be in the good. You'll be in the good. All right, we'll catch y'all next week for another brand new issue of the Comic Section Podcast. Peace.
You are now tuned in to the award-winning Comic Section Podcast Network.